And now we take you live to Ufa, where correspondent Siddhant Sibal is there, and he joins us live from there. Now, Siddhant, it's official. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be meeting Pakistani counterpart tomorrow morning. An extremely important meeting considering the timings. Siddhant.
Sakal, it's been confirmed that the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and the Prime Minister of Pakistan will be meeting at 9:15 tomorrow here, Ufa time, during the sidelines of the SCO summit. Terror could be a major issue. Just a short while ago, our correspondents Gautam and Sudhir had a talk with the official spokesperson of the MEA, Vikas Swarup, and he said that terror will be a major issue, and it is expected also. Yesterday there was a bilateral meet between the Chinese President and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and there also Prime Minister Narendra Modi raised the issue of Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi, who was the main mastermind of 2611. So the talks could revolve on these issues. The meeting between two heads of the state comes. This will perhaps be the third meeting. Remember, last time they met was during the SAARC summit, and before that, Prime Minister Narendra Modi called the Prime Minister of Pakistan to his oath-taking ceremony in New Delhi at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and also before the beginning of Ramzan.
Yes, the Prime Minister had made a phone call.
Called Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and had a talk.
Also for the fact that since this meeting is taking place on the sidelines of the SCO, and Siddhant, we know that India and Pakistan right now have an observer status, and as far as India is concerned, the status is likely to be upgraded as well. So from that perspective, not only terror, but the status the two nations have as of now at the SCO also assumes significance. Will this also figure out in the talks?
Well, Sakal, SCO is a major grouping here in Asia, with China and Russia, two veto-holding members at the UNSC, and 4 Central Asian countries, barring Turkmenistan as its member. Formed in 2001, it's basically a security organization, also known as the NATO of the East, with the joining of India and Pakistan as its members. Now the grouping will obviously expand towards South Asia also, so covering from North Asia to East Asia to South Asia. And of course, this organization has been focusing on terrorism, and with the rise of the IS and narcotics, this organization can play a vital role. And with India and Pakistan being its members, the organization increases its weight also. And the summit comes at a time when Russia isn't having a very good relationship with the West. So it's the summit, and of course the expansion of the organization could help the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, to showcase himself on the world stage, when increasingly the West is trying to isolate Russia.
All right. Now, having said that, Siddhant, we also heard Prime Minister Modi just a while back when he was addressing the BRICS summit there, especially the takeaway from his speech, Siddhant, the issues that India as a member of the BRICS grouping has pitched in, when Prime Minister categorically said that the BRICS Development Bank is a reality, but at the same time, skill development amongst BRICS nation, information sharing amongst BRICS nation, which in a way will really bring in a lot of economic stability amongst BRICS nations. So, and give us an overview of Prime Minister Modi's speech there at the BRICS, his address at the BRICS grouping.
Well, the BRICS summit started around 12:30 Indian Standard Time. That's 12 o'clock here in Ufa, and it started with that business meet where all the leaders of the 5 BRICS countries addressed the gathering. Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave a lot of new takeaways. He talked about the world economic recovery. He talked about worries in Europe. He emphasized on the strengths of the BRICS countries. Remember, Russia is one of the leading natural resources, biggest producer of natural resources. China is the second largest economy. India, a hub of intellectual power. house, and of course South Africa, one of the largest, second largest economy in Africa, and Brazil, everyone knows, a major producer of a lot of natural resources. So these countries coming together, and with almost the population wise, if you look at BRICS, this account for almost a substantial portion of the world economy. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi focused on the fact that these grouping can focus on skill development, but key points were the fact that he said that BRICS Bank is now a reality, and contingency reserve fund will soon be a reality, and he also proposed a annual BRICS trade fair
Yes,
also. This will be hosted by the host country, like for example this time around Russia is the host country, so Russia is likely to host when it gets the chair. It will host the trade fair, and this will give a platform for industrialists, for investors to come together and talk about issues and about how to invest in each other's countries. So BRICS in a sense coming of age, and it's already surpassed G7 as one of the most wealthiest groupings in the world. So it's obviously a substantial statement, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's proposal, of course, was lauded here at the BRICS summit in Ufa, Russia.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Siddhant Sibal. We'll keep